All right, everybody. Sorry I'm jumping on a little late. Had some technical difficulties this morning, but this is the hot seat match for the 525 and under being held at the Dutch in Yakima, Washington. Right now we have Keith TAPPE versus Jose Padilla. Jose nickname is Duck, so if you hear me call him Duck a few times, that's why. Both these guys shot pretty strong yesterday. Um, Keith shot very well in his last match that I seen, and then in this match here, he won the lag and opened with a break and run, and then he missed an early nine in the last rack. Let Jose to the table, but Jose ended up missing a ball, and Keith got out. Um, and in this rack here, Keith ended up missing a combo, gave Jose another chance, but as you can see, uh, Jose missed the four trying to spin it in there. So see what Keith can do here. It's race to seven. For the most part, it's BCA rules. 3 fouls in effect. Everything pretty much counts, um, except it is winner break instead of alternate break. 9-ball breaks count. Early nines count. Keith's taking a 3-0 lead here. Opponent rack. It's opponent rack because 9-ball breaks count. Starting off strong this morning. There's 6 players left. Paid top 6. There's 24 players that got in the tournament. And so the final 6 came back today. It's a $100 buy-in with a $40 side pot. 5th and 6th get paid $200, so they're doubling their entry. 4th gets $250. 3rd gets $350. 2nd gets $600, and 1st gets $1,000 for the tournament. And then there's $360 in the side pot, and it's winner take all. So whoever wins not only gets the $1,000 for the tournament, but also gets the side pot money. And Keith just crushed this break. Makes 3 balls, has a wide open shot. It was a great break. See if he can put together another break and run here. So these two are playing for the hot seat, or the point, or the hammer, whatever you want to call it. And then on the B side of the tournament, you have Cody Wilson from Yakima playing Jared Pickens from Spokane. Cody's up 2-1, still a race to 7. And then you have David Jenny versus Nepi Passaporte from Spokane. Both these guys from Spokane, and it's 2-2 over there. So we got the 3 matches going. I want to draw back to the center. It's a good shot. Keith's playing strong. He's playing really good pool under pressure as well. He's been playing a lot lately as far as what I've seen, doing some traveling. I've seen him on some brackets in a lot of tournaments and stuff. So he's definitely putting in the time. This is Jose's first tournament like this. He's played some small weekly 10-ball tournaments, or 9-ball tournaments, or 8-ball tournaments, whatever. Some of the little small $10 ones. This is his first. This is his first big tournament he's playing in here. So he's feeling the pressure, and Keith's not helping because Keith's not giving him a whole lot of chances here, which is what he's supposed to be doing. So yeah, overdrew that a little bit. He definitely didn't want to be on the rail. I'm sure he was trying to just draw back to center so that he could play the 7 and just basically come 3 rails around for the 9. But he's going to have to put in a little bit of work here. Going to have to take a long 9-ball. Yeah, smart. Just focus on pocketing the ball and taking your medicine on the 9. Oh, I lied. The side pot was only $20, not 40. So $360 in that side pot. 18 of the 24 players got into it, looks like. Thanks, Rodney, for correcting me. I should probably read the brackets before I commentate some of these matches. Yeah, it's tough. He's going to have a tough go of it no matter what. Given Jose a chance here, Jose needs to bear down and pocket this ball. This is a big game. He doesn't want to let this match get too far out of hand. Race to 7 is pretty short for 9 ball. Nice. There you go. Gets on the board and gets the break. It's winner break. So it's a big one. Thanks, Aaron. I think. I mean, the voice of a goddess. Yeah, can't argue it. I'll take it. Where are you watching from, Aaron? And how come you're not over here in this tournament? This would have been a good tournament for you. You play strong. This would have been right down your alley. Thanks, Aaron. I appreciate it. Still a little frustrated with how I played the finals, but it is what it is. I made my mistakes, and he played really good. Duck crushed the break here. Really good break. This would be a good confidence building rack if he can finish this run here. A little straight. He's got a little bit of angle. It looks like he can just do a little stun draw to try to get back over. He wants to try to get into this range over here, but he doesn't have a ton of angle. So this is going to take a really good shot. Yeah, he's trying. Now he can play this and go straight into the 9 with the Q, but I don't like that. Doesn't really give you anything good for the 4. So I'd like to see him try to draw out of this and get back to the center. Yeah, I know Rich puts these tournaments out, and when he first puts them out, it's more geared towards some of the. Um, that was a good try. Shot it kind of fast and kind of just left it for Keith here. Keith's on the rail though, and he's gonna have to come around tables. So there's a lot of funny stuff that can happen here. When Rich puts these tournament brackets or tournament flyers and stuff out, it's yeah. Oh wow. Got pretty fortunate there. Still has a shot and still at the table. But it filled up really quick as far as I know. So I don't think he ended up sharing it to a ton of different pages around the Northwest. There's a lot of Spokane players in it, so I don't know if a lot of those guys have been here before, so I don't know if they are friends with Rich on Facebook, or friends with like the Yakima Tournament page or the Dutch pages or not, or if he shared it on Pool Peeps, um, which is mostly geared towards the Spokane Coeur d'Alene area. But he he definitely tries to get it out there. He just needs to keep this simple. Just draw back a little bit, play the 9 in the corner. Yeah. He got a little on the wrong side of it. Still manageable. It's a big game, too. And he gets out. It's a good out. No, Aaron, I'm not coming over for that 4-man tournament. I knew about it. I just with Lincoln City and then some other tournaments coming up. It makes it difficult for me to do too much. I'm coming over for that Ford Classic 8 ball tournament um, next month, so I wanted to come over for that. Looks like a good tournament. Those are always fun. Usually a decent little chunk of money involved in those. All right, let's see if he can break. He's been crushing the break. Um, he went over for review that no Poncho. He's been going over and trying to put some time in and practice with Poncho a little bit as well. And I know that's one thing that Friday night Jose had a little money match he was doing with somebody on the stream here with Robert Redondo from Moses Lake, and he was drinking. He was breaking more from the center, and wasn't breaking the best. So on the stream, Poncho had mentioned a couple times how he just really did not like where he's breaking from and thought he should have the same break but just shift it from the side, which is kind of that standard. And he just got into that ball a little too much. This is Keith's probably going to punish him for this, so that might ultimately be a big mistake there. But yeah, he coming into this tournament, he watched back to his money match stream from Friday night and shifted his break over and still pocketing balls, but he's getting that good spread now. Had some pretty good tables. This was a really good table. He didn't want to do that. Keith's made a couple mistakes the last few racks, so I'm sure he's wanting to slow down a little bit and just focus on cleaning that up and not making the little errors. He was feeling good and probably um, got a little careless a few times compared to what he did in the first few racks, and I'm sure he recognizes that and is slowing down a little bit. Smart. It's experience there, is just realizing what I need to do in the moment. That's a big one. He didn't leave an easy shot here, but Jose definitely should not be at this table right now. So he's got to figure out a way to capitalize and get out here. So one of the things I mentioned yesterday is it's frustrating sometimes when your opponent misses on an out and hooks you or just leaves you super bad. And, mentally you got to just chalk that up to, it could be worse. Oh, that was super aggressive right there. I'm not sure if he was trying the bank or if he was trying to cut it. Either way, he got down and shot that pretty fast. All right. Keith got one there that he maybe shouldn't have got after missing that 7, but left Jose in a weird spot, and I don't think he was really sure what to do with that, so he just kind of fired at something. Yeah, Brett, it's funny. It's And I know you've probably had matches like that where it seems like nothing you do changes the fact that you just keep putting yourself in that spot where you're playing from the rail, limiting your options, and it starts to get to you mentally too. It's frustrating because it's like, "Ah, man, why do I constantly get on the rail?" But sometimes in 9 ball, you just gotta check your ego and just slow down and focus on pocketing balls at that point. Lots of times, I do the same thing. People just want to try to force to get shape, even though they they're in a bad spot. And safeties, I mean, that's safeties are a thing. I'm not seeing these guys playing a whole lot of safe, but even in spots like on that 7 ball that Jose had, um, there's a few little things he could have done just to play a safety there. See, it's these little mistakes right here. He didn't really go look to see where he needed to be on the 4. He just rolls this ball in, and now he's on the wrong side of the 4. So now he's got to do something to just get shape. That's what's putting him in these bad spots. Is he needs to take that little bit of time to go and see where he wants to be and play to an angle and play to a spot. I'd like to see him play safe instead of firing at this bank. Yeah. Keith's got another chance here. That could have been a safety. He could have been trying to double bank that down to the end rail. Not sure. So I don't want to take that away from him there, but for the most part, he's been pretty offensive and pretty aggressive. So I put a good stroke on that ball. It's one of those funny spots. He shoots this with draw. It's going to clip the 9. And it's going to come back at the angle towards the side pocket. Tries to shoot this with like inside to cut the 6 in the corner, clip the 9 and come off the 9 and come like 2 rails this way. And he's going to be flirting with taking that cue ball towards the corner pocket. So in a funny spot. Yeah, smart. Played safe. One of the things I was saying yesterday, just because you can make a ball doesn't mean you should. It was a really good shot. Shows you the mindset Keith's in. He's here to win. I would have, just with how aggressive these guys have been, I would have expected him to go for something there. But I like this. This is a really good shot. He needs to get a good hit. Even if he leaves it in the open, he's still going to be forcing Keith to make some good shots. Yeah. Oh. Oh, wow. Voids the scratch, pockets the ball. Let's see what he can do with this. This isn't pretty, but he's got a chance. I think he's going to need to dig into this cue ball a little bit to avoid that side pocket. It's hard to tell from here what his tangent lines are, but I think he might need to dig down a little to miss that side. Misses the ball, but he leaves the 8 in a pretty neutral spot. He avoided the scratch. He just didn't pocket the ball. He's probably got a little frustration in him. He's feeling like he should have been rewarded for that great safety he played on the 6, but now he's back at the table in the bad spot. And he doesn't have to go for this. He can thin the 8 on this side and push the 8 to the rail like right here, and have the cue ball just come off and come straight back up table this direction. As long as you don't hit the 8 super thick and push it to that pocket, you're going to leave your opponent super difficult here. He went for it. He's going to give Jose a chance here. He needs this game. Stay in this match. Yeah, there you go. Don't just get up and fire at it. Take a look. It's a big game, getting on the board 3-4, keeping it within one game. Eking out some wins here that got a little fortunate with missing the 8 and having to go into that neutral spot. Keith made a great attempt at that, but didn't get out. Now let's see what Duck can do from here. See if he can get a little bit of confidence going, get in stroke, and put together a couple good racks. If not, I mean, Keith's fully capable of just punishing him pretty hard right here. So, especially if Keith kind of did this a little bit yesterday. One or two of the matches I've seen, he started off super strong, playing really good, putting a good stroke on the ball, and then in the middle he had a few racks where he just kind of made some uncharacteristic mistakes, and then cleaned it up, and then went right back to finishing strong. So momentum's a big thing, but Keith's been good at being able to gather himself and stay back in the match, get himself back there. But Jose opens with that bank. He's going to have a tough shot on the 2 here. I'm not sure the 4 goes on the side. I was curious to see what he comes up with here. And Aaron, to piggyback on your comment earlier about having the voice of a goddess, one of my lady friends here in town, Devin, texted me, told me that I sound like a mixture between Fergie and Jesus. I only say lady friends because his hair is pretty feminine, as well as his overall demeanor. But see what Keith can do here to get to the 5. It came out just enough. It's a tight cut to the side. Not sure if he'll bank this or cut it. I like these shots in the side pocket, so I'd play this to the side all day with a little bit of right-hand English. You just got to bear down and get into ball pocketing mode. Don't force stuff. He's kind of got that flat, weird angle to where he can push it forward, but he's going to be clipping the rail close to that corner pocket. So I'm sure he doesn't want to run down and scratch. That's why he's got this pause here. He might even try to draw out of this. Yeah, looks like he's striking low. Yeah, good shot. It's really easy to overrun shape here. You're cutting the 7 a little thinner than you'd like. I would typically float this in with a little bit of right-hand English, so yeah. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Definitely didn't float that in. But you got a chance. Doesn't have a whole lot of options with cue ball other than just leveling out, and I don't like digging in. I'd rather level out and take a longer shot of the 9. Yeah. A little bit of a he was digging down into that a little bit, but then it seemed like he kind of gave up on his stroke, which is why the cue ball ran forward like that. Wow. Well, he made some really good shots there. It was a nice out. They don't always have to look pretty. You just gotta, like I said at the beginning of that turn at the table, just start pocketing balls. Just you got to get out of that spot where you're forcing shape and making mistakes. Just get back to the basics. That stuff will come back as long as you get back to your basics, your fundamentals, and just start focusing on that, pocketing balls. It'll all come back. We got a match 4-4. It's a race to 3 now. Now looks like the one goes. You gotta have to play it soft because that 2-4 is wired to the side. Um, I mean, he can play it with some speed, just like some center high, and just bring the cue ball back and forth, let it run back and forth down the table, and come back. But I feel like he can hit this thick enough where he can just play at pocket speed, center ball, just hold into that window there. Yeah, he shot it fast. He's got to take his time and pocket that ball. He's got a good chance here. Pretty fortunate to see this 5 here because he did not want to pocket the 2, but made a really good shot. All right. Got a super good chance to get back on top here. Yep, stroking the ball's good. Take a little extra time. Make sure that he doesn't miss an easy ball here. Yep. Good out. Yep. Duck just kind of played that one a little fast, hit it thick, and gave Keith that opening that he took full advantage of. It was a really nice out, Keith. Player's taking a quick little bathroom break, probably. Maybe grab a drink, try to get some of the nerves to calm a little. I think I'm gonna go grab some water. I'll be back. So for those of you out there keeping track, I just double checked the bracket, and it looks like David Jenny and Neppy are 5-4 David, and Cody Wilson and Jared Pickens are 4-4. Cody and Jared are a 505 and a 507, so Fargo sees them as equals. Neppy's a 525. David Jenny is a 493. And in this hot seat match here, Keith TAPPE is a 503. And Jose Padilla is a 486. It's a 525 and under tournament. So I think for the most part, most everybody's right around that 500 range. I think Neppy's one of the only players that's up the top of the cap. Standard Rich got to go get his TV time. He could easily be doing this somewhere else, but got to be seen. Yeah, Brett, I know you're going for Keith here. It's easy for me to be unbiased in this match, in most of these matches, because I like all these guys. I know all of them. Keith's a good dude. Jose, he's a up and comer. He's pretty new. Started kind of hit the scene recent. Been putting a lot of time in, trying to get better and better, and he's doing all the right things to get better and better. Trying to ask the right players and asking the right questions, but still got a long ways to come. But he's a good dude too, so it's easy to watch this and hope for a good match, but not care about who wins. Yeah, it's 2 minutes of fame for sure. Dry breaks here. The 2 passes the 8, it looks like. I'm not sure. Got a little bit of angle to draw out of this. It's easy to get hooked by the 3 drawn straight across, so can't stop it to play the 2-9. If that 2 doesn't go, then he might want to just play this center ball and go over and kind of run into that stuff right there. You can just miss. I mean, it's always an option I fail to think about, but it's there. That's a good shot. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I don't think the 2 goes clean. He played off the 4. I wouldn't be surprised if he just comes up with a safety here. Yeah. Who's your underdog? Brett? David? The only reason I ask that is I think David's probably the lowest Fargo left in the tournament, but fully capable of winning this tournament. I believe one of the first tournaments he won was a 500 and under, so just stepping it up. Jose makes a really good shot there. Gets to a good spot for this combo. Let's see if he can tie it up here. I'll tell you. So in 9 ball, everybody says, "Oh, you got to hit the early combos with speed because you don't want to leave the 9 hanging and everything." Um, that is definitely a thing. But at the same time, how many people are missing these combos because they're firing at them instead of playing them with the speed that they're supposed to be playing them? Sometimes you just got to bear down and make the ball. Yeah, Keith tried to force an early there. It's going to give Jose another chance. He left himself in a tough spot. I'd rather have seen him like hit center ball and have that cue ball come off the natural angle coming off this direction. Because from here, it's going to be really tough to make this ball and get shaped to the 6. He pretty much just going to have to play safety or make the 5 and lay up for bank on the 6. Yeah, he tried to force it. He got pretty fortunate there. Didn't scratch, but leaving Jose an opportunity at the table. Not a good one. Probably like to see a safety here. Clip this. Send this cue ball this direction. Yeah, I don't think he was playing the bank. I'm pretty sure he was playing the safety there. It wasn't the one I had in mind. He caught it a little fuller, but um, distance is your friend in 9 ball when you're playing safes. Keith's probably going to just try to push the 5 to here and bring the cue ball to this side. Yeah, smart. These guys are in it to win it for sure. I tried playing safe, went a little too far, I think. It's going to give Keith a really good opportunity here. He wants to play this in the side, but he wants to draw away from running into the 9-8. You don't want things to get messy down there. Yeah, just like that, overhit it. Definitely overhit it. Maybe a little bit of A little bit of extra power considering the situation. Just kind of letting a little bit of that adrenaline force that shot around. Yeah, he went for that. That's the spot I would have played another safety probably. It's one of those you could just bank the six up this direction and let the cue ball just come off and come this direction. But giving Jose a chance here. Yeah, Jose hit that really good, leaving himself an angle on the 7 to try to get back to the center of the table. I prefer playing these with like a little bit of low left and just stroking it off back to the center here. Um, but he could also force it to come around the table too. Coming around the table, he's coming right into the line here, which is where he wants to be. But I prefer playing it with draw to the center. It's easier for me to control. I don't have to worry about overhitting it and getting into a bad line and having the 9 block the 8 a little. I like this. Usually he gets down and just fires real fast, but might be a little bit of nerves here. Standing up and resetting. All right, this is that spot where you didn't get the shape you want and you need to reevaluate. And I know I keep harping on it, but this is where he needs to play a safety. He needs to just bank this 8 out here like this and have the cue ball come off and come over here. Yeah, smart, just like that. Overhit a little bit. It's going to leave Keith a shot, but it's not a sellout. I mean, he's leaving it tough. He overhit it, but he's leaving it tough. Let's see what Keith can do here. See, containing safeties are big in 9 ball. Just because you leave your opponent a shot doesn't mean they're going to be able to execute it to get out. Left him tough. If they make a good shot, they make a good shot. Can't dwell on that. Well, that wasn't a good miss there. Missed that ball because he was near the rail, so he was trying to jack up and dig into it. It's easy to do. It's a good shot. Yep, that's going to probably cost this rack here. He was in a bad spot there, though. He didn't have an easy go of it. Yeah, a little bit of the pressure from the moment kind of making Keith overthink this a little bit, I think. I think yesterday he would have just got down and he would have already shot the 9 in by now and he would have just played this to short side over here. But now he's kind of rethinking it and he's probably just going to try to play it, come off and come straight down table, which is a good option too. But yeah, I was going to say, but it's easy to get out of line there. Wow. Wow. Yep. Some of his misses and frustrations and adrenaline and kind of everything led to that. But he's got a ball he can pocket here, and he's, as we mentioned earlier, it's pretty good from these spots. So yeah, I mean when you're kind of in a bad spot for stroking there, you need to just level out and just try to roll that ball in. You don't want to try to put a big stroke on that. It's really easy to miss hit that. He's given Jose an opportunity here. If Jose makes this, I mean that's big because that can really do some damage to Keith's mental side of the game right now. With knowing he let one go there. Yeah, Jose got a little fortunate there to get a chance, but you know what? He made a good shot on the 9, tie it up 5-5. Let's see how these guys handle that these last couple racks. I need somebody to bring me some food and a grape ghost. That's what I need. Tired. Changed his break a little bit. May not be on purpose. Pocketed the ball, but he really let that cue ball fly back and round table. Bunch of draw, it looks like. Oh, he's got a shot here. Does he? I think he's going to go for it. Two's in a really easy spot. Can't fault him for it. It's easy to play a safety from here, but all he has to do is pocket this ball. Yeah. I was just getting ready to say if he doesn't hit it super thick and too hard, then it's almost like a built-in two-way. I don't like playing two ways, but sometimes it's a when they're built in like that, it's easy to play a ball with confidence, knowing that your opponent probably won't have much coming back, but hit it with some speed. Give him Keith a chance here. Man, he missed somewhat near the side pocket, but just a little on the opposite side. This is not easy. Can't really play it to the corner because it's a scratch shot on the side. I don't think you can really thin this into the side. It's a scratch shot in the corner. So offensively, he's only got really a bank shot. And as I said, I'd rather see him play a safety. It's almost feeling like these guys are accidentally playing a game of chicken here. Oh, does he get fortunate? Oh man, he almost got a good roll there. Game of inches for sure. Yeah, the transition from the 5 to the 6 is what's difficult here. Just pocket this ball, play the 4 on the side. You got to hit the ball. Yeah, a little bit of that is just not walking over there and looking at where that two is actually sitting. It's not really a ball you can play real first. Yeah, with a lot of the little mistakes Keith's made in the last few racks, this is a big opportunity here. Even if he gets back to that six ball over there and just plays a safety off of it, it's fine if it doesn't pocket easy. It's just a matter of pocketing his first couple balls and getting there. If he can get back over there, he can lock him down pretty good on the backside of that eight, earn himself a rack. That's a good stroke. Yeah, he played it off that eight, hit it good, drew back for the seven. A great shot. Yeah, getting back a little bit into that pace he was playing early on. Not overthinking stuff, just doing what he knows how to do. Yeah, good shot. It was a good out winning this game here. And it all goes back to that six ball he played. Great shot. Played it off that eight, hit it good, drew back for the seven. A great shot. Yeah, it was a good out. Keith takes the lead, gets to the hill first. That's big. Getting to the hill is big. Last game is always tough to get, but puts a lot of pressure on your opponent every shot because they know if they make a mistake, it could be their last for the match. So, man, he lost the cue ball there. So much draw on that ball. He drew down table and all the way back up and scratched. But it's not a pretty table. For those of you keeping track in the cheap seats, David Jenny and Neppy are Hill 6-6, and Jared Pickens and Cody are Hill 6-6. Every one of these matches are coming down to the wire. It's pretty cool. Everybody's out there fighting for their life. Yeah, Jose makes a good shot here. Shot that kind of fast. Yeah. I can tell you that just because I had a little birdie tell me some stuff, Jose's probably in super fast mode right now. He had something, got a phone call, something come up, and he might have to leave real quick to go help somebody with something. So he's in that hurry mode, which sucks. Um, could bode him well though. I mean, sometimes overthinking things is biggest mistake we all make as pool players. He slows down a little bit. Yeah, I didn't mind that route he just went, but he definitely overhit that ball. When you're cutting them thin, their speed doesn't come off the cue ball like you would hope. It's be a good spot for a safety. After these matches are all done, everything for this tournament will all be on this stream. So there'll be multiple streams left here. Wow, great. Good try. Left him a shot, but it's not an easy one. Yeah, they'll be down after this game. They'll be down to the final four. Yeah, it's a good shot, Keith. Yeah, left it in the open, but once again, it's not easy. That's where my bad eyes come in. Is this the 4 ball down on this end rail, or is this the 7? Can't tell if he's playing shape to the 4 or the 5. It must be the 7 because he's playing down to the 5. Yeah, this is a big opportunity for Jose here to go hill. He wants to maintain some angle on this 5 to make it easy to get up table. He wants to play the 6. He wants to be on the left half of this table here. Just as I say that, he leaves himself almost dead straight. He makes a really good shot to get out of it. Hitting that point doesn't help, but I think he can see this. He's going to cut it thin, so he wants to try to play to the other side of the 7. Misses that 8, shot it really fast, and left it in a pretty tough spot for Keith. Those of you watching from Spokane, Jose here is playing with a Harold Prine Optimist shaft. It's my old cue and my old shaft that he's looking at buying, and I played with Harold's until I got my new cue a little while back. So great shot. All right, here's the match. If he makes this ball, oh, and he drills it. Absolutely great shot. Nice out. Keith Tappe's guaranteed first or second. He's in the finals. The rest of the players are all going to be playing to get back to him. It was a good match. Jose tried to fight in there. And so you guys know, David Jenny beat Neppy Hill. And it looks like Cody and Jared are still playing their Hill match. So you will see David Jenny on this table next, playing the winner of Cody Wilson and Jared Pickens. Good job, Keith. Good job, Jose. You guys were both fighting hard. A great two ball out there at the end, making that bank on the 8 and then the tough shot on the 9. Those weren't easy.